It's time to get the display working. So I want a more retro look, and I also think that a more retro look is probably going to be easier to program because I don't want to be bothering with a bunch of like animations and video mode and stuff like that. I'm going for something a little bit more retro. So we're going with a dot matrix display. And I'm utilizing the Mission Pinball Framework How to Configure a Smart Matrix RGB LED DMD guide on the internet. And they suggest to use the Teensy 4.0. This is a development board, and that will be attached to a smart shield, which will then connect to the display itself. I decided to go with this 4 millimeter pitch display because that is the dimensions that I am looking for. And when that arrived, I had to program the Teensy utilizing Arduino IDE so that it would accept the commands off of the Mission Pinball framework and translate it into a language that the display itself would be able to understand. Before I did that, however, I wanted to do a test case. And so what I did is I made a simple program that slowly fills the display up from left to right with blue light up to two yellow lights, which represent feeding time. And I'm trying to teach my cat how to tell the time so that he doesn't keep bothering me for breakfast and dinner at odd hours of the day. It's at 8 and it's at 6. It's always been at 8 and at 6, but he's bothering me at 6 in the morning and 5 at night. What are you doing? So here I am trying to teach him how to tell time, and it didn't go well. He doesn't seem to be all that interested in learning how to tell time. I think he's probably going to keep bothering me for food for the rest of his life. Anyways, back to the pinball project. I reloaded the proper IDE programming onto the Smart Matrix chip and began the arduous task of learning how to format the display properly. There's a lot of trial and error, but I managed to get it working and started off by programming out the entirety of CPR mode. During CPR mode, the idea is to hit the flippers in time with the beat of CPR at 120 beats per minute. As you're doing that, if you're on beat, your multiplier goes up, and all of the regular shots that you would normally be able to hit are multiplied by that multiplier number. If you're able to stay on beat for the whole 30-second trial, then you're going to get up to a 60 times multiplier by the end of the mode. And so if you're able to hit a high value target at the end of that mode, then you can really rack up a whole lot of points in a single shot.